Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
X3, 218, chop it. Check. Fire.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Get that ball. Switch.
Fournette running right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready, break. 58, Mike. Here we go. Recon, 132 fighter. Shift. Hey, exit.
2nd and 15. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You ready?
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Gator, hey, Alpha.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass, some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Check. Fresno. Kill.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Come on, D. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Brissett now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Brissett sets to throw it. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
This is Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Check. 80 weapon. Hey, Delta. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Hines. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Slow team spill. Big rip.
They'll run with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A 6-yard pickup brings us 2nd and 4.
Next 3. 218, chop. 36.
2nd and 4. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. They'll buy some time right. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. Complete to Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. He'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
15 line. 15 line. We go. Hey, wahoo! 54. 5.
Now back to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Get out the field, defense. Kill. Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Brought down back at the 32.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Hines. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to wind up and air it out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run with Hines. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. Going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Samson Abukum able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
18 Gator. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Pilot, 64. Weak. Watch the whip. Go.
Again, it's Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. Now Brissett. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Check. Lucky. 80 weapon.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the run, it's Fournette, shedding through the defense. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
It's going to be a long day. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I don't even know why this team's so... Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
22 jet bombers. Watch twins. 5.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
He's coming. We got double up.
Fournette. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Check 3.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory, backed up, in good situation. It didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Mike 37. Let's go. And we're going 37's the Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. He's got a man complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 78 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I got you, punk. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They can't hang with us. Right there. 54.
2nd and 14. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
They'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, Heavy. Ready.
Back to throw here.
Give me some.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They run again with Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. This is third and goal. Brissett eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points we have might be the tiebreaker. But boy, what a way to finish it.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.